in my RV, and we're looking in the closet now. And we have an issue in here. One of the things that bothers me is that was out. Now I could screw that in, but I don't know why that's out. Did they attempt to screw it in, or completely all the way in, and it just didn't go in, or did they forget? They start it and forget to do it. You can see some chips there. Maybe there's something behind it. Maybe there's something screwy with that, so I can't screw that in. I'm gonna leave it there like it is. But the reason why we're doing this is here. I don't know if you can see here. Well, yeah, you can now. But there is a gap in here, and that is not. My wife noticed that this was starting to pull away from the wall. So I checked my closet. This is hers. Mine's the smaller one, of course. And mine's even showing some signs of it a little bit up there. So I'm going to do a modification to make that better. And there it is taken out. And yes, I did check, and there were 2 screws on this side that were completely stripped. So there was no way of fixing it without potentially screwing up, I don't know, the ceiling when it's extended. I don't want to, invite any kind of wet weather, damp weather or anything in there. So I didn't want to re-drill. I didn't want to put any supports. I didn't want to do any of that. Let me show you what I came up with. So we know with this trim here that we could go into that trim pretty safely. And the same thing down on the bottom. So that's what I did. I got a piece of wood, and we're going to measure it from there to there and make a cut. Actually on both sides. Here's what the other side looks like. Same thing. What you see is a piece of 1 inch by 2 inch, 8 foot long piece of board I got from a big box store. And I cut it to the length in between this trim and that trim, which happens to be 42 7/8, which really doesn't matter if you do this. It'll be whatever your measurement is. So I did it on both sides. So now I need to secure this into this, and I'm going to do it at an angle. It's all the way it's going to be resting on the bottom down, and the force is going to be down. So this doesn't need to be screwed into this necessarily. I may end up doing it, but if I do, it only needs to be done in the center. So before I can do that, I have to do some other things like stain the wood. What do you think? You think that's a decent enough match for a closet that will almost always be closed? The answer is yes for me. But your opinions matter too, so tell me what you think. Yep, it's a pretty good fit. The stain's a little bit wet, that's why I got gloves on. But I came in for a match check. And yeah, it fits on directly on there nice, and it's sandwiched there nice. So we need to put the hardware on and set up the plate or the drill for up here. I may come off the back side here so you can't see it, and screw up into this one, and I'll pre-drill it. Well, if you didn't see, I may come off the back side here and up into it so there's no screws from this side, although the metal is going to be there, so we'll see. One thing I forgot to mention, it's pretty notable, is this is a very thin piece of paneling that's between this closet and my closet. It is very thin. That's why you can't put directly straight in, because that screw will just be big time visible and potentially scratch your hand up when you reach in there to get clothes or something. Probably not, but still the screw will be visible, and it's a potential hazard. So that's the reason why I'm doing it like this instead of just hanging something directly on this. There's just not enough support there, number one, because it's so thin, and two, yeah, it could show on the other side. So that's the reason why we're doing that. Okay, I'm working outside because the stain is still wet and it creates fumes, and I don't want them in the RV. So I'm going to leave them outside for a couple days. But while I'm doing this, and once they're stained, I can go ahead and finish up the hardware take. This is the rod I'm using. I like the way it looks. It's going to sit like this, and the coat hangers are going to go on top like this, and then it's supported with brackets that look like this, and then it sits in there like that. And then not only do the two projections go in the wood, but it also has a screw hole that keeps them in the wood. So the two projections in the screw, I'm having trouble talking, hold it in place. It takes the whole weight across this whole bar of everything on there. So yep, what I need to do now is drill the holes for this, for the holders, I guess you'd call them. Okay, I took a pair of channel locks and I positioned this hanger where I wanted it, the hardware part, and I took and I mashed it and created impressions so I'll know exactly where to drill. That worked out really well. In fact, I don't have a screw that's going to go, that's not too long, that'll go into the paneling, so these are wedged in there nicely, and I'm not going to even put a screw because once this bar is in place it can't come out, and the two holes will hold them up. I've placed them just about where they're going to be here, and I've got a tape measure on this all the way across, and I want to measure from exactly what I need to cut off the bar. And I don't know if you can see, but I'm reading 29 7/8, and that should make a really good fit. 29 7/8. And I cut it off with a hacksaw, and it is a beautiful fit. Nice, tight, beautiful fit. And I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, all stained hardware on, and I angled these screws so they would come up through the top here and grab the top of the trim in here. So let's screw them in. I did also put a bead of glue, wood glue, on the back here just in case it tries to bow out. I hope this video is pretty clear. It's kind of behaving wonky in the inside the fifth wheel here with the lighting. And there you go, guys, the modification is complete, and we got some hangers in there. We'll see you later.